Hello, hello, hello. It is Wednesday. Happy hump day. I am recording this on the 21st of September for the Libra new moon pick a card that we are in the pre-shadow energy of. That is happening on the 25th here in the Northeast United States. All right. So this Libra new moon is all about transformation, and it's actually happening right after and in the energy of the equinox. So wherever you're being triggered, it's coming up so that you can transform it. It's coming up so that you can release it. So what is irritating you, or what is making you feel some type of way? This is the energy to kind of really look at what you need to release, let go of, transform, because energy wants to shift. How is that going to look? That's what this pick a card is all about. So on the poster for it, we had the pyrite, we have the lapis lazuli, so 1 and 2, and then we have for number 3 this geode. So whichever one you're being called to. And again, you know, I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to try to hold them all up. Oh, you know what? I think I can stick them right back here. Look at this. Oh, I can do this. Oh my gosh. All right, so I think, yes. Okay, so there's... Okay, so there's 2. I can move that back. So there's 1. And there's 3. There you go. Ooh. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. I'm trying. All right, so there it is. 1, 2, and 3. And actually, we'll just get this triangle out of the way so it doesn't confuse you. All right, so there it is. 1, 2, and 3. Yay! All right, so... You ever feel like you're just losing your mind? I really am. All right. So, number one. So again, I have piles because that's how we do the pick a cards here at Guidance 311. For the moons, full moon, new moon. So number 1, which will be if you were drawn to the pyrite. Yeah, self-reflection. This is really going to be important for you, pile number 1, because only through knowing where you've been, what's being shown to you, and really looking at that for yourself. You know, if you're someone that just kind of keeps going and going and going and going and going and you don't stop and take a look, then you're not looking at, why am I making choices and decisions the way I'm making them? And what is working and what isn't working? And so that's what this energy is asking you to do, is to step out of just going and going and going, but really looking in the mirror of your life and saying, okay, what choices and decisions have gotten me here that's not working, that I want changed? Where am I not loving myself enough? Where am I possibly holding myself back? Where am I putting up the blockages? How am I not honoring myself? Really, really important in this energy. It may not be the most fun you have, but really getting out the journal, really opening the camera and doing a vlog, however you need to communicate with yourself. But it's important, because only through that self-assessment can you make the necessary changes. Only through looking in the mirror, through the lens of self, and being very honest with yourself, brutally honest with yourself. Where have I not respected myself? Where have I not loved myself? Where have I not been honest with myself? And yeah, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. Why? Why are we doing that? Yeah, because it's time for you to start expressing yourself, your sensuality, your pleasures, your passion, your purpose. And you can't do this if you don't know where you're hurting yourself. You can't get into pleasure and sensuality if you're not seeing where you're holding yourself back. Because for some of you, you can't get into that because you're holding yourself back because you don't feel like you deserve to feel good. You don't deserve to have. You don't deserve to be seen. You don't deserve to be abundant. You don't deserve to be happy. Because that old programming says you're not good enough. In this energy is saying, look at that. Reflect on that. Why do you not feel good enough? Why do you feel like you don't deserve? Why do you feel unworthy? Why do you feel like you have to always put yourself at the back of the line? You always have to put yourself behind others. You always have to shut up. You always have to stop speaking. You always have to keep your ideas quiet. You can't get to the good stuff in life if you're not asking for what you want. If you're not allowing people to give to you. I'm going to be honest with you. This may be like the 1 or 2 times that I've ever pulled this card in this deck. So I'm going to read it for you, pile number 1. Being a sensual person means that you have a heightened sense of awareness for touch, smell, taste, hearing, and feelings. Sensuality plays a big part in your sex life and your overall ability to derive pleasure from life. You like to take advantage of what life has to offer and live with love and passion. You are also eager to experiment in life. You can make great discoveries of mind, body, and spirit, fulfilling your desires and enjoying the ultimate contact with another. Sensuality embodies all the qualities of self-awareness, including your uniqueness and authenticity within your own comfort zone. Express your sexuality in your own way or rediscover your own vitality. The mantra is, I live life to the fullest with passion and love. If you're not looking at where you have held yourself back, where you have not allowed the pleasures, the joys, the authenticity, the self-love to come in, that's why you need to do the reflection. That's why you need to reflect on, where have I said I'm not good enough or I don't deserve? And I keep putting myself in the back of the line. All right, let's take deeper. Yeah. The angel of justice wants to come in to give you balance. Oh, and the star card is right behind it. Yeah. This is about you getting balance. This is about you receiving. This is about something being returned to you that was taken from you. Some unjust being righted. But that can only happen if you allow yourself to be recognized. And you can't do that if you're holding yourself back. You can't do that if you don't feel good enough. You can't do that if you're not loving yourself enough and being authentic. If you keep pushing yourself down, holding yourself back, making yourself small, quieting your voice, you can't get recognized. So these energies are going to bring in justice and the star. Because it's time. It's time for the scales to be balanced. It's time for some wrong to be righted. But you have to be willing to receive it. If you're not willing to receive it, it's going to pass you by. I don't want it to pass you by. Yeah. And the reason that this is coming up for you is because you're receiving Arcturian light codes, evolutionary downloads, recalling your power, future thinking. So you are receiving this download of light that is evolving you, evolutionary downloads. You're recalling your power back from the ethers, the cosmos, your higher self. Because it's time. It's time for you to live authentically. It's time. But you can only do that getting into integrity, allowing hope and recognition to come in. If you get really, really, really clear with yourself, what am I ready to release? What am I ready to let go of? Am I ready to let go of unworthiness? Am I ready to let go of standing in the background? Am I ready to let go of feeling like a victim? Am I ready to let go of not feeling good enough? Am I ready to embrace my power? That's what this is bringing you, your power. Are you ready to embrace it? Are you ready to speak your truth? Are you ready to live your best life? You got two of these. I was only going to pull one. Yeah. New beginnings, breakthroughs, open portal. Look at that. Connect with the infinite. And have willingness. Act on your intuition, embrace new possibilities, and go for it. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Those are your advice or outcome. Yeah. New beginnings. Act on your intuition. Go for it. Connect with your highest self. These energies are pushing you into a new beginning, are pushing you into evolving and growing, getting into future thinking. There's no more playing small after this. After this Libra new moon, there's going to be some aspect of your life where you can't play small anymore. That's what the new beginning is all about. All right, I'm going to get you an angel to call on for help as you go through this transformation, this process. Because honestly, this process will feel uncomfortable on some level. Oh, and you got two of these too. Again, only pulling one. Mystique. Keep charging ahead and don't take no for an answer. Expect miraculous solutions to appear. Whew. That is a powerful card. Expect miracles to appear. So call on Mystique. And Fiona. Now that you're asked the angels for help, be open to receiving divine guidance and assistance. You deserve heaven's help. You deserve. So those of you that are battling unworthiness, Call on Fiona to help you deserve. I won't focus on her. I want it to focus on her for you. There it is. Divine guidance and assistance. You deserve heaven's help. Invoke, ask. So as you're... All right, there's one more that was just poking out. Celeste, so this may only be for a few of you. A happy move to a new home or place of employment is in the works. This movement will usher in positive new energy. Yeah, that's definitely for maybe just a select few that will see this reading, because I literally was just guided to pull this right at the end. All right, so those of you that are trying to manifest a new home or a new job, keep going. Keep going. All right, number one. Pyrite. Right there. Pyrite. Deep breath. Take some time out with yourself to do the self-reflection, and then you'll know where you're being grown, where you're being evolved, where you have to make the changes. All right, so thank you for being here. Hello, hello, hello. Lapis lazuli, number 2. Lapis lazuli. There it is. What is this Libra new moon energy going to transform for you? Yeah. Taking a step back. It's going to be important in this energy to step back and assess what's been going on, where you've been, what's been working out, what hasn't been working out, where you want to go, what your goals are, what goals have not been realized. Take an assessment. Where have you made some turns that maybe now looking back weren't the right turns? Where have you made some choices and decisions that looking back weren't really the right ones? And why? Why did you make them? You had a reason, and it was probably very valid at the time, but now looking back, again, hindsight's 20/20, what can you learn from that? And I think is the important part in this energy for you. Yeah, because it's time to now discover your courage. Dragon energy is coming in to say, you know, why you made those choices and decisions was probably because you were going in the most comfortable road. You were staying safe. You weren't taking a risk. You weren't taking a leap of faith. You were saying, I'm just going to go down this road because my fear is too great. Or I've done that before and it didn't work out, so I'm just going to stay here in this lane where I know it'll work out. It may not be exactly what I want, but it would work out. And it really didn't. So now the dragon energy is coming in to say courage is doing it despite the fear, and it's now time to look at what you need to do despite the fear. And that's where the assessment comes in. Where the assessment comes in. Yeah. Yeah. The Emperor. The Emperor. This is about coming into your divine masculine, being authoritative, making choices and decisions for yourself, standing in your power, getting into connection with what you want. I was drawn to this in this card, and that's what I wanted to kind of show you. Like, this is the chair of his leg, but at the top of his chair is the head of a ram, I think. So I think for some of you there's a totem, animal totem here. But it's also like Taurus energy, Taurian energy with this card, so very grounded energy. So where maybe you've not been grounded recently, you've been kind of flying by the seat of your pants, it's time. The Emperor is coming in to say, take time, get grounded. Because right behind him was the High Priest coming in saying, you have the tools that you need, but you've got to slow down. You've got to look at where you need to maybe look at the fine print, maybe get some professional help, but what you're being brought to as far as how you make your choices and decisions, this moon energy is coming in to say it's time to evaluate that and get out of this like dreamy head in the clouds energy and get into this more balanced, authoritative, divine masculine, make your choices and decisions from that place. So where in the past, again, you've stayed safe, now when you're being guided to this change, this transformation, you're coming from that very grounded place of authority because you've gotten the knowledge, or you've gotten the help, or you've gotten the for some of you it's going to be help. For some of you, it literally, I'm feeling like contract. Get the contract, get it in writing, read the fine print. Yeah. Because something's being revealed in this energy to you. The halls of Amenti, initiation, secrets revealed, treasures uncovered, initiations. Yeah, because what you're coming into is something new. But there's definitely something coming in around you that's coming in maybe not as clearly or the full picture. So I'm feeling like really important to stand your ground, stand in your power, get all the information, look at whatever tools you need. This dragon energy of courage is coming in because there's nothing to be afraid of if you get all the information, if you do your homework. If you don't just take someone's word for it in this energy. I feel like the halls of Amenti are coming in because in the past you've maybe believed where there hasn't been substance to believe. There hasn't been it's like my grandfather used to say, all front and no back. So like they're telling you all these great things, they're making you all these great promises, but there's nothing back there to that they have within them or without them, inside or outside of themselves, to be able to come through on those promises. And so that's what I'm feeling here, like get all the information. Oh my gosh, I literally almost opened the page to the actual, yeah, I did. One page away from just opening the book to what I needed. All right, Lapis Lazuli. The halls of Amenti are a sacred learning space that are energetically transported by Thoth from Atlantis to the spiritual plane before Atlantis came to an end. It is said that the portal of this etheric retreat is energetically connected to the Great Pyramid of Giza. Many believe that the physical remains of these halls can be found there. We don't have to physically visit Egypt to access their energies, though. The halls of Amenti are said to have been the home of the Emerald Tablet. They are a space of ancient mysteries in service to the expansion of humanity. On this card, you will see two pillars, an echo of the two pillars that have been found in sacred places throughout history. The black pillar represents the physical world, and the white represents the spiritual, indicating that this sacred space is between the worlds. If you feel called to these halls or even seem oddly familiar, there's a chance that you have visited them in dream time or even before this incarnation. To connect, you imagine that you're at the Great Pyramid. Above its apex, a portal opens, drawing you in. See yourself at the center of a sacred temple. Set clear intentions to align with your higher purpose and receive a transmission of ancient wisdom. Your message. You are in a deep initiatory chamber at this time. You might feel that things are heavy and challenging, but know that a reconfiguration is happening. Energetically, you are going through an initiation that will allow you to go beyond the fears of the ego and transcend the limitations of the physical realm. You might not feel that light is present because you're in the middle of this phase at the moment, but know that it is present within you. You might be feeling frustrated or overwhelmed, but a lot of this anxiety is actually old energies that were stored in the depths of your body being released so that your vibration can rise. This energy is transforming you. Take the time that you need to assess where you've been, to feel where you're going, to have the courage to take the steps. Before I get to this next, I just have to go back to something, because as I was reading that, I was like, oh my gosh, look at this. Okay, so you're totally on the right path, because these cards totally, so in this, the Halls of Amenti, Egypt is mentioned, and then on the Emperor card, you have the Ankh, which is Egyptian. Then it talked about the black and the white, and then if you notice, the two keys crossed there are the moon and the sun. Gold and silver. So I feel like for those of you in the lapis lazuli number 2 pile, your spirituality is really very developed, whether you share it with others or not. I feel like that your intuition is kind of off the charts, especially in this energy. That what you're feeling, your knowingness, it's time to really trust and act on that. And that you've had a past life in Egypt. I don't know if I said that, but yeah, that was totally coming through as I was reading that. So feel free to do that connection. So right now it's important to have patience, slow down, gather more information, and know that everything is coming to you in divine timing. In divine timing. There is no need for urgency. And while you're waiting in the divine timing, cultivate joy. See the blessings, follow your bliss, and positivity and openness. So number 2, my lapis lazulis, there is no urgency in this energy for you. There is no, you're being initiated into this higher state of consciousness. And for all of you, it's going to be different. For some of you, you're going from 3D to 4D. From some of you, you're going from 5D to 6D, 7D, 8D. Wherever you are, just know that that's where you need to be, and have patience. Slow down. Gather more information. Read what you need to read. Watch what you need to watch. Find a mentor. Take a class. Journal. Meditate. Ground. Because everything is going to come at the right time. It's important for you to be assessing where you've been, so you don't repeat that process, you don't repeat that cycle. And the only way you can do that is by slowing down. Going where you're guided, trusting and acting on the intuition. So Rochelle is coming in saying, as you honor and follow the guidance of your heart, I love it, the Holy Spirit just nails what you're feeling. Prosperity is coming to you. So for those of you who are like waiting on that job, waiting on that money, waiting on that opportunity, whatever it is, honor where you are. Follow the guidance of your heart. Trust and act on your intuition, because that is how prosperity is coming to you now. And Rosetta is also coming in. You have a gift for working with young people, and your divine purpose involves helping, teaching, or parenting children. And for some of you, this will resonate. For some of you, this is more of a metaphor. So take it how it resonates. For some of you, this is literally working with children, or for some of you, this is about helping, teaching, or parenting your inner child. For those of you who didn't have a strong, nurturing, loving parent. For those of you who have a very wounded inner child that is looking for that nurturing. So thank you for being here. Hello, Pyrite. No, I'm sorry. You are number 3. You are the geode. Number 3, pile number 3. There you are. Right there, the geode. There you are. There it is. Trying to get my finger to work backwards. All right, let's see what the Libra new moon energy is going to transform in you. Oh, yes. Your sovereignty. Your sovereignty is the divinity within. Getting in connection with your magnificence. The sovereignty of who you are, who you came here to be. Whew. Powerful, powerful, powerful. Number 3, let's start right off with this. You have sovereignty over your own life. Act with grace and confidence. You have the ability to unite disparate people and views should you choose to do so. The buck stops with you. You are powerful. Act like it. Goddess of the moon are one of the oldest kinds of feminine divine and features in mythologies from almost every corner of the globe. From Diana of ancient Rome to the Greek Artemis to the Semitic Astarte and Hina from Polynesia. The link with the feminine divine and the lunar planet and cycles is a strong one. These goddesses in all of their myriad of forms were extremely powerful and demonstrated to women that they naturally had power as well. We should strive to be the powerful queens of our own domain. Women especially have been socialized to defer, to keep small, to be quiet, and to hold a very twisted kind of service that borders on servitude. While in many first world countries women can choose to be what they wish to be on paper, women still experience inequality in most countries in areas such as wage disparity and imbalance of the numbers of women in government or in high-level board positions. However, what has been accepted in the past is not what will be accepted in the future. A new queendom is coming. When we reign over our own lives, it is us that take on the responsibility for our own change and decisions. The Moon Queen knows that we, just under the divine, are our own rulers, and as such, the buck stops here. Therefore, it is worth us investing in growing our own self-awareness and our own self-trust, self-care, and self-esteem in real and practical ways. We must, as any queen would, set firm boundaries to protect our queendom and those who are under our protection. This does not mean we become cruel rulers. We should always aim for benevolence, fairness, and great love for all, as well as ourselves. It does mean we may have to push against those who do not respect our line in the sand. This moon is going to ask you to take back your power. And you are going to ask Archangel Raphael to help you with that. The provider of healing for mind, body, and spirit. So for those of you who really struggle with standing in your power, masculine or feminine, men or women, you are asked to step into your divine feminine. And you're going to ask Archangel Raphael to help you heal whatever part of you that needs healing that is not ready to do that. to embrace your femininity, your queenness, your sovereignty. Putting those boundaries in place that demand people around you to step up to the plate and respect you. Respect what you want, respect who you are, respect your voice. Yeah. Coming into balance with your divine feminine and your divine masculine. Standing in your power. Because that is what is bringing in fulfillment. I feel like this energy is going to help you really heal that emotional part of yourself that has been keeping you playing small, keeping you in the background, keeping you not speaking up, keeping you from enforcing your boundaries, having boundaries, setting boundaries, whatever issue you have around boundaries. This energy is allowing you to love yourself enough to not accept anything less. You're now seeing the mask is coming off your own self. How you've been keeping yourself prisoner of disrespect and dishonor and not receiving. This energy is bringing you out of that. So that you can have your cups filled. You can have plenty. Emotional freedom. Self-love. Authenticity. Because you're not just the people pleaser, but you're allowing the balance of your divine masculine to come in and say, I deserve respect. I deserve to be loved the way that I deserve. I feel like some of you, it's like pulling out your non-negotiables and really like embracing them. The Emerald Tablet activation, cosmic ordering, divine alchemy, conscious manifesting. Yeah, this is all about you coming into this power. The only way that you can manifest is by getting into higher states of consciousness. So the only way that you're going to be able to be the change in your life is allowing Spirit to come in and help you through higher vibrational frequencies of gratitude, compassion, love. But if you're still down in not deserving, victimization, anger, fear, you're not being sovereign, standing in your queendom, then you can't manifest what it is that you want to manifest. Happiness, stability, security, home, hearth, love, financial support, financial foundation, a talent or a gift or a career that you can count on. Turn the page, move on from the past, step into the unknown, blessings await. There it is, number 3. That's why you need to step into your sovereignty. There's nothing behind you, honey. There's nothing behind you there. There's nothing new back there. So whoever you're waiting to step up to the plate, they're not going to. Whatever you're waiting to fall through isn't going to happen. Or fall into your lap. It's not going to happen. You've got to step into the unknown. You've got to step into your power. You've got to step into your divinity, your connection. Yeah, embrace playfulness and innocence. Time for your inner child healing. It's time. become the wild child in your own life. Everything in moderation. Everything in moderation. Like, don't completely become the wild child, but everything in moderation. But getting into playfulness. Allowing joy to also high vibrational frequency help you manifest. Serafina is coming in. I am the angel of families. A happy change or addition is coming to your family. Yeah, I was feeling like this pile was all about relationships and family. Look at that. Serafina is coming in to say yes. That is, I love it. And you also got Opal. Your children on earth and in heaven are happy and well cared for by the God and angels. Oh, this is all about family. Oh, I love it. I love it. Pile number 3. You are the choreographer of your life. And this energy is going to push you into that role, whether you want it or not, because that's where you need to be. Choreographing your own life. No more waiting for somebody else to make the decision. No more waiting for some other thing to fall into place. You standing in your power and saying, this is what I want. And manifesting from gratitude and love. Beautiful transformation. All right. Thank you for being here. Happy Libra new moon. We'll talk to you soon.